Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe at home. Welcome again to my YouTube channel, Commerce Friendly. A teacher in need is a true teacher indeed. Let's continue with the explanation of the remaining topics of Chapter 1, that is Evaluation and Fundamentals of Business of Class 11th. Till date, I have explained you the meaning of human activities, economic activities, non-economic activities, meaning of business, employment and profession, difference between business, employment and profession, and features of business. In my today's video, I'll be explaining you the objectives of business. So let's continue with the explanation. Objectives of business. Objective means aim or goal of life. As you all have opted for commerce, there might be some aim behind. You want to become chartered accountant or into banking profession, income tax or marketing field, or you want to set up your own business. Similarly, business has certain or multiple objectives to achieve, right? And it need to have a balance between its needs and goals. Profit maximization cannot be only objective of business, rather it should also oblige its social responsibilities. Take the example of Reliance Foundation. You might have noticed when IPL started, ESA printed on the official t-shirts of Mumbai Indians. What is this ESA? Education and Sports for All. Reliance Foundation took this initiative in 2010 to make quality education easily accessible to underprivileged students. They took their students to enjoy live match performance of Mumbai Indians. So this could be the best example to learn or to understand that there must exist a balance between profit maximization and obliging its social responsibilities. Business सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन की तरफ ध्यान नहीं दे सकता है या उसको शुरू करने का, सेटअप करने का एक क्राइटेरिया सिर्फ प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन नहीं हो सकता है, बल्कि बिजनेस को अगर लंबे समय तक मार्केट में बने रहना है, कस्टमर्स के माइंड में अपनी गुडविल को बनाकर रखना है, तो सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज़ को भी ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा, right? So on this basis we categorize objectives of business into 4 parts. First is profit maximization as the basic objective of business. Number 2 is economic objective. Number 3 social objectives, and number 4 other objectives. So first is profit maximization as the basis of business or role of profit in the business. Think yourself to be a businessman, right? If as a businessman you are earning huge amount of profits, how you would be utilizing the same? You would be purchasing fixed assets for the business. Plant, machinery, boiler, furniture, building, transportation, because all these assets are required for conversion of raw material into finished products and then selling it off into the market to earn profit. प्रॉफिट अर्न करने के लिए आपको ये सारे फिक्स्ड एसेट्स की ज़रूरत है. तो अगर आपको प्रॉफिट हो रहा है तो आप उस प्रॉफिट से और फिक्स्ड एसेट्स खरीदोगे, राइट? सेकेंड पॉइंट, इट इज़ अ सोर्स ऑफ रेगुलर इनकम टू मीट अप द डे टू डे एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ द बिजनेस. किस तरह के डे टू डे एक्सपेंसेस? स्टाफ को सैलरी देनी है, स्टेशनरी खरीदनी है, इफ़ यू वांट टू गेट योर मशीनरी रिपेयर्ड, right? All these things required cash or finance on daily basis. So the second point is meeting up day-to-day expenses. Next point is profit as a source of income to justify survival. Survival means जिंदा रहना, right? Profit एक criteria है जिसके थ्रू business continuation में रहता है. जैसे जो आप आज इनकम अर्न कर रहे हो, सपोज यू हैव अर्नड 1000 रुपीज़ बाय सेलिंग ऑफ ऑल योर cakes or pizzas or whatever the confectionery items are, right? You have earned 1000 rupees at the end of the day, but out of those 1,400 rupees you need to reinvest into the business early in the morning to purchase raw material for your bakery. आपको eggs खरीदने हैं, vegetables खरीदनी है पिज़्ज़ा के लिए या बर्गर के लिए, और cream खरीदनी है केक के लिए, right? Whatever the raw material required that costs 400 rupees. That means out of that 1,000 earned, 400 needs to be kept aside for reinvestment into the business, right? And 600 term to be as your profit. This is what survival is, कि at least आप उतना earn कर सको कि आप continuation में बने रहो business में. Profit also helps in expansion of business, right? If a businessman is earning huge amount of profits, it can convert its small scale business into large scale business, trading business into manufacturing business, right? He can open a new branch of its business in some other city. For example, if the head office is in New Delhi, it can have its branch, a new branch in Gurgaon as well, if the businessman is earning good amount of profits. Profit also helps in diversification of product. Diversification of product means different तरह का product बनाना. जैसे अगर आप गारमेंट बिजनेस में हो तो चॉकलेट बिजनेस में एंटर करना, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम्स बनाना, राइट? मीन्स डिफरेंट टाइप का प्रोडक्ट बनाना, क्योंकि हर टाइप ऑफ प्रोडक्ट को मैन्युफैक्चर करने के लिए द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ फिक्स्ड एसेट्स एंड द एक्सपीरियंस्ड स्टाफ वुड बी डिफरेंट. यू कैन टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ गोदरेज. गोदरेज मॉड्यूलर किचन्स भी हैं, गोदरेज के सोप्स भी हैं, टॉयलेटरीज भी हैं, राइट? Tata Steels, Tata Motors, Tata Salt, Reliance. Reliance is into the business of petrochemicals, textile, communication, right? So when the business is earning huge amount of profit, then only it can improve its product line. Profit serve as a hope for covering risk. As we have already studied, element of risk is always associated with the business because future is uncertain, right? You, I, your parents, we all are saving our income for one or the other reason, right? Your parents might have taken health insurance policy, children endowment policy, life insurance policy, just to cover the future risk. You might be saving your pocket money for certain future benefits, right? So profit, in short, helps in achieving different objectives of business. What are those? For purchasing fixed assets of the business, covering regular or day-to-day expenditure of the business, expansion of the business, growth of the business. Profit helps in survival of the business. It helps in covering risk factor for the business. Next category of objective is economic objectives, and you can see on your screen I have made a mnemonic for the same to learn all the points of economic objectives. That is P miss you. It's not I miss you, it's P miss you, and the spelling for miss is MIS, right? P stands for profit earning, M market standing, I innovation, S survival and growth, and U stands for efficient utilization of resources. So why these objectives are termed to be as economic objectives? Because certain sum of money or certain monetary benefit is associated with all these objectives, right? The first economic objective is profit earning. We have discussed much. It is a direct incentive for survival and growth of the business, right? The second point is market standing, which means to get hold of the market for a longer period of time, to satisfy the needs of the consumers, right, by providing them qualitable goods at reasonable prices. Because if the consumers are not satisfied with your product, they can easily shift to the competitive product, right? For example, tea. Tata tea hai, Red Label hai, Taj Mahal hai. If the customer is not satisfied with one brand, it can easily shift to the other brand, right? तो अगर एक बिजनेसमैन लंबे समय तक मार्केट में बना रहना चाहता है तो उसे क्या करना है? कस्टमर्स के नीड्स और वांट्स का ध्यान रखना है, और ये ध्यान रखना है कि जो भी प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस वो प्रोवाइड कर रहा है वो कस्टमर्स को उनका एंड सेटिस्फेक्शन दे, right? This is what market standing. To be into the market, the satisfaction of the consumers would be better, would be served better than the competitor. PMI. I stands for innovation, right? Okay, there are two words, invention and innovation. Do you know the difference? Invention. Invention means to finding out something new. Bulb is invented because it was not there earlier. Telephone is an invention because it was not before. Okay, innovation means adding on certain features into the existing product or modifications into the existing product, right? पुराने प्रोडक्ट को या तो फीचर्स ऐड करके या किसी भी तरह से मॉडिफाई करना, that is innovation. And no business in today's scenario, in today's competitive world, can exist without opting or adopting innovative techniques. For example, Honda launched new Honda City with add-on features than the older one, right? Earlier we were having landlines, then pagers, then mobile phones, cell phones, then smartphones, and now in smartphones we have different features attached with different model numbers. Samsung has Samsung Galaxy A30, Samsung Galaxy A70s, Samsung Galaxy M31, Samsung Galaxy M30s. So all these models have certain add-on features in them, right? This is what? This is innovation, adding new features into the existing product, right? Next point is survival and growth. So obviously we as a business need finance for survival, जिंदा रहने के लिए, and to grow, आगे बढ़ने के लिए. आगे बढ़ना means conversion of small scale business into large scale business, or number 2, open new branch in some other city or in the same city as well, no issues. Number 3, adding on new product into the product line. Growth can be from any of these 3 sources, right? So income or finance or one of the economic objective of business is survival and growth, because a business cannot survive or grow without finance, right? Next point is utilization of resources. Resources can be classified in physical, human or financial resources in 3 types. Human resource means staff, employees. Human resource. Financial resource, that is money, capital, right? And human resource, financial resource, and physical. Physical resource means material, raw material, and plant and machinery, right? So physical, human and financial resources can be classified as 4 M's, right? 4 M's of the business. And what are those? Man, money, material and machinery. Man, money, material and machinery. These are termed to be as 4 M's of the business, which are also the resources of the business. Man, physical resource. Man, money, material. Money and material, money is financial resource. Material and machinery is physical resource. And these resources can be utilized efficiently and effectively without any wastage, so that much of financial benefit can be achieved by the business, right? This is all with the economic objectives of business. Next classification of business objective is social objectives, right? Tata Sons and Tata Trust combinedly contributed 1500 crore rupees to help COVID patients, right? Similarly, Reliance Industries helping underprivileged children to have quality education. Okay? Why the business are obliging their social responsibility? Why they are helping society in one way or the other? They are doing plantation drive. They are using organic raw material for their business. Why they are obliging their social responsibility? To improve their goodwill, to improve their reputation, right? To have market standing for longer duration of time, to earn more amount of profit, to earn more loyal customers, right? Now, this is the business is obliging its social responsibility because of financial benefit, but there is some principles also behind it. The business is obliging its social responsibility not because of certain financial benefits, but it is a kind of obligation, right? It is a kind of responsibility. It is a kind of principles followed, ethics involved, right? Ki we as a businessman are getting certain resources from the society. तो ये मेरा फर्ज बनता है. This is my obligation to return something to the society. Man, money, material, machinery, ये चारों के चारों M's, 4 M's, which are resources of the business, come from society itself. Staff members, employer, employee, man, कहाँ से आता है? Society से. Money, financial resources, कहाँ से आते हैं? Financial institution से या बैंक से या investors जो हमारे कंपनी के shares खरीदते हैं, वो लोग कौन है? Society members, right? मशीनरी हम किसी दूसरे बिजनेस से खरीद रहे हैं. वी आर नॉट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग आवर ओन मशीनरी टू again use it as conversion of raw material into finished product. We are purchasing the machinery from any other business. Any other business is the part of society itself, right? Material business is purchasing from some of the supplier, right? Or from the farmers, depending upon the टाइप ऑफ प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चर्ड. तो मैन, मनी, मशीनरी, मटेरियल, ये सारे जो रिसोर्सेज हैं वो सोसाइटी से आते हैं. इसीलिए बिजनेसमैन को ये लगता है कि उसकी सोसाइटी के प्रति रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है. इट्स नॉट एट ऑल ओनली अबाउट अर्निंग फाइनेंशियल बेनिफिट बाय ऑब्लाइजिंग सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. इट इज ऑल्सो टू वे प्रोसेस और फॉलोइंग सर्टेन ethics or principles to serve the society, right? So what are the points associated with social objectives? The very first is providing qualitable products at reasonable prices. The products or services provided to the customers must not be health hazard, must be safe in use and are qualitable. Second is generating employment. एम्प्लॉयमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ जितनी ज़्यादा बिजनेस जनरेट करेगा उतना ज़्यादा उसके लिए बेटर होगा. वो अपनी सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑब्लाइज कर रहा है, राइट? तो जैसे ही बिजनेस स्मॉल स्केल से लार्ज स्केल की तरफ जाएगा या नया या ग्रोथ करेगा या इनोवेटिव आइडियाज़ को एड ऑन करेगा अपने बिजनेस में, ऑब्वियसली इट इज़ हेल्पिंग द सोसाइटी इन जनरेटिंग एम्प्लॉयमेंट, इन सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. Next is community service. जैसे Tata has its cancer hospital, right? DLF has schools associated with them. Z Network has their schools. Means they are providing quality education to the students, right? Similarly, plantation drives are being taken by many of the business houses. This is what they are providing: community service. They are helping the society to develop in one way or the other, right? Next is employees welfare. Employees are working in their organization. That doesn't mean they would not take care of the employees, they would not develop their employees. So taking care of basic necessities, ventilation, good quality drinking water, crutch facility for the babies if the mothers are working, then providing them maternity leaves, canteen facility, right? Proper working environment must be provided to the employees so that they would feel connected with the business. Employees' welfare is thus a major point of social objective of business, providing them healthy working conditions, reasonable working time, right, fair remuneration for their work. All this comes under employees' welfare because it is a two-way process. If employees want to work in an organization, in a business, to earn their livelihood, business also needs workers, right? Because without workers, they cannot earn a single penny. वो प्रॉफिट अर्न कर ही नहीं सकते हैं because there would be nobody right to convert raw material into finished products. Am I clear? Next point is environmental protection. Environmental protection means taking full to care of environment, not to harm environment in any respect. Raw material being used by the business must not harm environment. That's why many business houses are nowadays using the formula of 3R: reduce, reuse and recycle, just to save the environment, right? Okay, so what are the social objectives of business? Number one, providing qualitable products at reasonable prices to the customers. Number two, generating employment. Number three, community service. Number four, employees' welfare. And number five, environmental protection. The last category of objectives of business is other objectives, and it has only 2 points. Number one is managers' performance and development, and the second point is workers' performance and attitude. Managers' performance and development. The business organizations initiate various programs, training programs, to develop the skills of the employees so that they would feel motivated and work with greater efficiency, right? You might have heard if the company is multinational, it has its branches across the world. So to exchange the employers from one branch of a country to the another branch of another country is what? Improvement in their skills. Suppose एक इंडियन एम्प्लॉय को यूएस में भेज दिया जाता है वही सब काम वहाँ के लोगों के साथ करने के लिए या कुछ टाइम के ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम के लिए, जिससे वो वहाँ जाकर वहाँ की वर्किंग टेक्निक्स को सीखे, वहाँ के वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल्स को सीखे और फिर यहाँ आकर उसको अप्लाई करे. दिस इज व्हाट? This is improvement in his skill through certain programs, right? Next is workers' performance and attitude. This I have explained that it is a two-way process. Management needs workers and workers need management, right? So both would work together to achieve the objectives of the organization because it is not their individual objective, it is their common objective. Because if the business is earning huge amount of profit, it is obviously beneficial for the workers as well. So it is the high time to change their attitude towards each other, working attitude towards each other. The management would think workers as their part of business because they cannot earn profit without them, and workers also don't think management as their strict bosses. Rather, they would feel comfortable in sharing their problems so that the things would be managed in a better way, right? So this is all with the objectives of business. We have studied 4 different categories of objectives. The first one is role of profit, or you could say profit as the main objective of business. Number 2, economic objectives. The mnemonic for the same is P, Miss, U. Then social objectives, and last is other objectives. Okay students, this is all in today's video. If you have any query or suggestion, write me in comment box. Stay tuned. Till then, take care.